Tell me more about the tax side of things when you're thinking about short-term rentals from your perspective.
Yeah, so I have an online business for those of you guys who don't know, and I was just like starting to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to get probably a better tax strategy in place as opposed to just doing my thing. And so I hired some CPAs. They're actually the guys that do all of Robert Kiyosaki's taxes and everything and tax strategy. And so I want to be like, okay, like what should I be investing my money into, right? Because like that's kind of the whole goal is make money to then take that money, invest it, and invest it in a way that you get returns, but then also can lower your taxes as much as possible if there are tax benefits. And so they looked at everything that I had going on, and basically the best solution for me personally, this is not for everyone, but for me personally, was getting into short-term rentals. And that is because they said if I can spend 500 hours or more per year working in my short-term rental business, so finding properties, like managing property, like going down, like checking out on the property, all that stuff, then I could actually depreciate, it's called cost segregation, a certain percentage of the value of the home against my active income, right? So
Okay.
just like for easy math, let's say I made $1 million, right? And let's say the house was $1 million. Just keep math super simple. So if the house is $1 million with cost segregation, basically you can get like a detailed cost segregation analysis done. But just like if you don't have one of those done, basically what they do is CPA says, okay, they use the 80-20 rule. 80% of the value of the $1 million is considered the house, right? And 20% is considered the land. And land you can't depreciate because land is just land. And so
Mhm.
what they do is they say, okay, 80% or 800,000 of the million, we can go through and that will be a depreciating asset because as years go on, you're building, you got to fix your roof, you got to fix a heater, this or that, different things. And so what you can do is year one, and I know I'm getting in the weeds here, but year one, you can depreciate 30% of that 80% um, against your active income. So if you made $1 million in a year, once again, easy math,
Yep.
and you had $1 million property, 80% of that would be 800,000. 30% of that to be able to depreciate year one would be 240,000. So basically, you'd be able to say, hey, $240,000 of this property is considered an expense. And
Yep.
so you take 1 million minus the 240. So now your income, you're only being taxed on 760 as opposed to the million.